my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. Last episode was a biggie, today's is equally as big. If you've not yet seen last episode though, make sure you go and check it out, my friends. Go watch it, get caught up, and then potentially head back. But today, it's the Europa Conference League final. Big stuff. Let's do this. Okay, my friends, so I thought we would start today's episode by taking a look at our route to the final. Last episode, in case you're just sticking with, we secured the Premier League title in very dramatic fashion. It does have to be said. It went to the last game of the season. But we're hoping to make this a double now, a Premier League and European Cup double. I know it's not the most prestigious of the European Cups, but it's a European Cup nonetheless. So we've done very well in the competition, excuse me. Fizzy drink is repeating on me. We had to qualify. We had a couple of games against Krasnodar. As you can see, we're 5-1 on aggregate. Very good from us. We were drawn in a very fortuitous group. We had Donashka Strada, Hashtag Split, and FC Hacker, and we didn't lose a game. We did actually concede a few more goals than I thought we would, but we went relatively weak with our team throughout the course, using a lot of the youngsters, a lot of the backup players to give them plenty of football. But yeah, lots of goals scored. Really good stuff from us. We then played Feyenoord in the second knockout round, and you will see they got themselves a first leg win. But the second leg, we completely turned it around with a 6-1. We then played Rangers 5-0 on aggregate against them. And then we played Willem 2, a Dutch team again. And we won that by 6-1 on aggregate. And it brings us to today's game, the final against Athletic Bilbao. And they are managed by the Spanish legend, Pep Guardiola. And you have to remember, gang, when you look at the Hall of Fame, if Pep wins, it's more points. And I've said he can still get points. He could end up being number one. We're basically chasing Sir Alex, but we could end up chasing other managers as well. So, without further ado, it's time really to get to the game, isn't it? Because once we play this game, we're going to do our season review, our season wrap up, and then prepare for next season basically. Take a look at budgets, take a look at transfer fees, all that sort of stuff, who we're potentially going to keep, who we're going to sell, and go from there, essentially. But before all that, we've got this big European Cup final. So, we're going to go with Gomez in goal, Hansic and Malacia at fullback, Perez and Alfonso at centre-back. So Bosley and Rice are going to partner with each other in the midfield as they've done so all season long. We're going to go Madao and Nicholas Wright on the wings. We're going to go Yaya through the middle and Acevedo up top. Plenty of goals in this team. You will see Garay can play. He's on the bench. He could be involved against his parent club. Let's do this. So here we go, gang. It's time for the Europa Conference League final. It's actually being held at Villa Park. So we haven't had to travel that far, whereas Athletic Bilbao have had to travel from Spain, haven't they, over? But we've been given enough time to get ready for the game. As you're going to see, I'm donning a very special white suit for this one. It was just a little bit of a bet that I had going on with the players, and I said I'd wear a white suit if they got me to the final. And Szoboszlai's free kick is a tester, but it's over the bar. So yeah, I look a bit of a clown, but if it gets the boys over the line and it gets us this trophy, I do not care. Oh, dearie me. Let's just see what happens, shall we? Here we go. Free kick to Athletic Bilbao. They've gone short. They're going to drive it wide. They're still going. That's a good block from Yaya, though. He's going to drive forward. Really good stuff from the attacking midfielder. Now into Nicholas Wright, who didn't go past the man, but it was a good... he took it under his spell nicely. That's going to be offside. That's going to be well offside. Headed straight back into the path of Acevedo, but... we know that's offside. We don't need VAR. You could see it was a mile off. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's just continue with the game, shall we? Good football, though, to drive forward out of the box. Good from Yaya to pick the ball up from deep. Nicholas Wright to keep it going. Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from this Bilbao team. The fact they've got Pep in charge, though, suggests that they're going to be half decent. We all know what a good manager he is. Let's just demand a bit more out of the lads. 20 minutes gone though. Not a lot has happened. I don't want this to be a bore fest. I don't want it to be a bore fest. As long as we've got two hands on the trophy at the end, I don't mind it being like a 1-0, but I don't want it to be a bore fest. Come on, show us some football, show us some highlights. We're not a defensive team. They're dominating possession. But it's Pep. It's Pep. He loves possession. Not doing a lot with it. Neither team has, though. 3 shots from us, 2 shots from them. Poor now from us. Of course, that would happen as I'm talking about it. What a drab first half this has been. Really drab first half. Acevedo's not having the greatest game up top, is he? Leif Medell's playing pretty well left wing, though. And that is that. I'm going to apologise for the noise. Emily is screaming so much. I'm going to bring Acevedo off. He didn't have a good first half. And I'm going to bring Alan Enrique to play on the left-hand side. And we're going to just push Leif Medell up top. I just feel like with Leif Medell potentially playing pretty well, it might be on there for him. Ball goes all the way through to Unai Simon. And our Bilbao now are going to try to build something from the back here. They're doing very, very well. Here we go. Just track that ball. Keep tracking. Oh, he's going to get a second yellow card. Oh, what was he thinking? That's 2 games in a row now. I'm going to bring Garay on. Unbelievable. I was talking last episode about Garay being involved, and I'm going to bring him on. And I'm literally just going to go to a flat 4-4-1, keep it on positive, because it's 0-0. We can't go defensive. We lost Francisco in the last game. That was a straight red. Now we've lost Handžić with 2 yellow cards. Just, where have our heads gone? 2 of the biggest games. Like, lucky for us, we didn't cock it up last time, but we're going to be under the cosh now, surely. Bilbao. Build. From the back. That's a good header from Garay. He's going to receive it back. Into Rice, who digs it through. It's a little... Oh, he dug that nice ball out to Leif Medell. And it's a typical Leif Medell effort, to be honest with you, when he's one-on-one. Ball comes in. Oh, no, but it's at the back post. It's 1-0 West Ham. Get in there. Get in there. I take it all back, Leif Medell. It was all part of the plan, wasn't it, Sunshine? To get the corner that we would score from. Szoboszlai again. What a player. What a player he is. I'm going to bring Francisco on simply for legs. He needs to keep his head now, though. Can't be throwing a silly tackle in there again. 10 minutes to go. Come on, West Ham. Throwing. Deep. Oh, it was good. It was a really good defensive header and all. And they're going to get it again. No surprise that we're kind of sat in here. Building it nicely. Oh, that's a terrible effort, though, in the end, isn't it? Terrible effort. Come on. League and European double. That's what we want. I've gone very defensive. League and European double. Come on. Come on, West Ham. 4 minutes added on. It looks like it's ours. It looks like it's ours. Come on. Yes. Goal! Come on! Get in there! Oh, the sending off. Why do that to me? Oh, dearie me. Declan Rice picks his second trophy up in a week. I wonder if he'll ever lift anything in real life. I hope he gets to. Come on. Get in there! Come on! Look at that white suit. Look at that white suit. When a Jurgen Klinsmann it in the corner a minute, get loads of grass stains on it. Got to be done, hasn't it? Look at it. Looking gorgeous, mate. Looking gorgeous. Ah, dearie me. Come on. And we make it a Premier League and Europa Conference League double in our first full season. Get in there. It wasn't the most entertaining final. I think the sending off had something to do with it, but we've won it, and that's basically all that matters to me. Okay, it's all that matters to me at this point. It wasn't a classic, but I don't really care. We've received £4.27 million worth of prize money. That's amazing. With all the medals been handed out, so anyone that was involved in the competition, they all had to play some minutes, so that's good to see. They've all got their medals. Canada leads West Ham to glory. We're the first team to win this competition multiple times, by the way. So that's kind of put us up there, hasn't it? West Ham manager pleases the board with his Europa Conference League win. And Szoboszlai was on form. Very, very good. Again from Szoboszlai. I think we might have to think about making this loan deal permanent in the summer. Look at this. This is his first full season. This was the half a season he's had. What a player. What a player Szoboszlai has proved to be. It's done. Let's just move on now. We've got the big season wrap-up to do, and then we will talk about next season. So here we go. Season review time. How nice it is to see a couple of trophies there, gang. Right, let's move on. And let's try and work our way through this, shall we? So, as far as the new arrivals are concerned, you're going to see the transfers all burnt down. An absolute treat. The reason one hasn't, because they reckon the fee was just ridiculous. It's not very good value and whatnot, but the rest of them, not bad. They said this one's good, but he was torrid. I don't think he was very good for us at all, Gaki, but it's one of those things. Nahul Quates, I really feel like there's a player in there. Yeah, we're going to talk about what's going to happen next season. As far as the players out are concerned, I think we've done pretty well to receive the sorts of money we did for a few of these players. I'm not sure if I covered this, by the way, but we did sell Kurt Zouma in January for £9 million. He was basically in the last 6 months of his contract. I can't remember if I covered that way back when, but we sold him in the January. But we got good money for a lot of players, didn't we? This Dave Davenport we got £1.1 million for him. He was a fullback who he didn't like he was going to develop at all, but they spent enough money on him. So yeah, I think we did relatively well there. Season to remember for little old Westy Ham. Yes, we are champions of the Premier League. What a season it was. And when I scroll through the fixtures, the teams we were beaten by: Arsenal, Leicester, Manchester United, Manchester City. Those were the teams that beat us. They were the 4 defeats. That is pretty ridiculous. Like, they're good teams that have beat us during the course of the season. Maybe Leicester's a bit questionable, but they ended up finishing 9th. They had a good season. You'll see that the top goal scorers, that's gone all blurry for some reason, but Nicholas Wright and Azevedo with 11. Europa Conference League, you'll see that Azevedo ended up 13 goals in that competition. Really, really good stuff from him. Only the one loss, as I'd already kind of gone over. The FA Cup just wasn't to be. Beaten in the semi-final. And the Carabao Cup, we were beaten in the quarters by Manchester United. Moments to remember, though. West Ham, the 6-1 against Hajduk Split was the biggest win this season. You'll see Francisco with a really good hat-trick in that game. The match to remember was the 2-1 against Southampton, where Quates and Medal scored after Southampton took the lead. And the goal of the season came in the same game when Medal hit a lovely 25-yard effort. The finances we are still continental reputation, and I'm sure now that we will be competing in the Champions League next season, it might increase, and that might be good for us. As you can see, we're a little bit down on sponsorship, a little bit down on broadcast revenue, but corporate hospitality, competition prize money, that's all gone up, so that's pretty good. Shirt sales, Declan Rice, no surprise to see, he is selling the most shirts now. Medal, Acevedo, Wright and Souček not far behind. This is how we lined up. Arguably, this is what they consider our best team for the season. And I'm going to be honest, it's hard to argue with the team they've picked. It really, really is. As you can see, Gomez in goal, Handžić and Malacia fullback. The Alfonso Perez partnership in full effect at the back. Szoboszlai, Rice in the midfield. Can we just look at Szoboszlai and Rice's numbers, by the way? One had 18 assists, the other 16, 9 goals and 2 goals. That is no joke, that midfield partnership. Nicholas Wright had a really, really good debut season, in my opinion, as well. Double figures on both assists and goals. I think Yaya did really well with the 5 assists and 7 goals. I think Alan Enrique surprised me the most. He's probably the biggest surprise of the season, Alan Enrique, because I didn't see him as being a starter. But 10 assists and 7 goals, not bad. And then Acevedo, again, another surprise. Signed him as a backup, ended up becoming my go-to striker, really, with 31 for the season. And then we moved to the accolades. We got an English Manager of the Month, the English Manager of the Season, and then, as you can see, Dominik Szoboszlai has been voted Fans Player of the Season, Pablo Alfonso's Young Player of the Season and Signing of the Season, Leif Medal with the Goal of the Season, Acevedo was top goal scorer with 31, Dominik Szoboszlai was most assists with 18, Leif Medal was the most Player of the Match awards with 9. That's really surprising, because I just didn't think he was all that great this year. Acevedo had the best average rating with 7.5, and David Law had the best pass completion rate. That was basically all from that Europa Conference League run, because he was excellent throughout. And then we got Szoboszlai breaking the most assist record, Gomez with 29 clean sheets breaking that, and Acevedo with the most man of the matches in a season with 9. He's level with Leif Medal there, so maybe they should be sharing that award. But it was a history-making season. As you can see, West Ham not only winning the Premier League, but the Europa Conference League as well. Top stuff. And so we're going to finish by going through all this stuff and then taking a quick look at the team. So the club vision for next season: play attacking football, develop players using the youth system, play higher tempo and play possession football, work within the wage budget, increase commercial revenue and spend the original transfer budget. So whatever that is, 48 million, they basically want us to spend it. Okay, that would put us in the red though, based on those finances. That's going to be a bit weird and a bit difficult. The next season, they want us to qualify for the Europa Conference League as a bare minimum. That surprises me, because we've just won it, but whatever. Reached the first knockout round of the Champions League as well, so that's going to be interesting. End of team meeting, I'll do all that stuff in a moment. The squad's on a break. The Acevedo was named the Euro, so basically the Conference League Player of the Season. We will just congratulate him. He also picked up the Golden Boot, which is actually amazing as well. And then look how many players we had voted in the Squad of the Season in that competition. A mixture of us and the Bilbao players, so no real surprise there. Garay, nice to see you getting in there, lad. He had a really, really good European campaign. Look at that. Really, really good. Love it. Love to see it. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all, West Ham. Not bad at all. Now, before we leave, as you can see, we've got £48.5 million worth of transfer budget, but the balance is only 23 million. We are going to have to balance these books slightly. It is just one of those things. £2.3 million worth of wage budget. We've got a big gap that we can use there. We're only spending 1.7 million on wages at the moment. If we look at the squad though, this is where it's going to get interesting going into next season, because I feel like there's a few players here that we might think about moving on, but could be good squad players. I'm not sure. I'm really, really not sure. As you can see, I've already put a bid in for Dominik Szoboszlai. It's 20 million up front with some add-ons, basically. I don't want to pay if I look at the contract, I don't want to pay this 45.5 up front. I really don't want to. I want to avoid it because that's our transfer budget, and that's just going to be a big chunk of that gone, isn't it? I'm thinking about sending Quartez and Kabamba out on loan next year. I'm thinking about bringing Garay back on loan or potentially full time. He's got a £22 million transfer fee written in that. I might move O'Leary on. I might move Matos Souza on because he keeps kicking off about contracts and whatnot, and there's some big interest in him. Might move Thomas Souček on. I might move Joe Gomez on because he's requested to move. So yeah, I'm toying if there's a better left back out there, which is going to be difficult, but I'm toying selling Malacia. My reason for toying with selling him is he's on 175 grand a week. And I think that's wages that could be better spent elsewhere, if I'm being honest. And if we get 50 million for him, that is a lot of moolah to work with. I know I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up a big part of the team here, aren't I? I'm going to be honest with you, because they've been integral. You know, one made 16 appearances, one's made 17, 19 off the bench. Malacia played 45 in all comps. I know it's a risk, but I just feel like there's a few here that I feel like can get the job done. I'm definitely thinking of selling Kaki because he's on 60 grand a week and he was utter dog shite. He was, for me, not good enough. 4 goals and not 1 assist from 14 starts and 7 off the bench. A 6.87 in all comps. Not good enough. And I think if we're being serious about this, we will make a profit. 11 million is all we've spent. So we'll make a profit on him as well. So yeah, I'm at a point where I think a few of these might go to finance moves for other players. That's where I'm at. And I think we're left with no choice but to do that. That's just kind of the point we're at, gang. So I know we've won the Premier League and you don't want to break up a championship winning team that much, but a few players are requesting moves and I feel like we could make some serious money on a few of the players. If we just go to the competition screen, it looks great, doesn't it? We've won the Premier League, we've won the Europa Conference League, very good in the FA Cup, not bad in the Carabao Cup. It's been a top season and we've got to try to do it all again next year. But one more thing before we go, gang. We do actually need to take a look at the Hall of Fame. We still can't see anything. I'm amazed we've only got 505 points on the board. Let's see if we can see it through nationality. No, we can't. We need to get to 745. It's so annoying. But yeah, we're up to 505 points. Another domestic division, another club trophy added. It's going to be interesting once we get into one of these lists, basically, and we can actually see what's going on, because at the minute we can't. We actually got is that from this current season we got 163 points for that Premier League title. Okay, we're going to need a lot of Premier League titles. I feel like the one we're going to have to win is the Champions League, isn't it? And it's the most difficult one to win. Oh, this is a hard series and a hard task. We might be here a long time. And so there you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of the Hall of Famer, and we are done with another season of this fantastic series. I will obviously be back in 2 or 3 days' time, having completed another transfer window and ready to start another brand new season of the series. We basically go until this series is done. Now, I realise that there's still a long way to go where the Hall of Fame's concerned, but we will get there, my friends. I am adamant that I want to do it. We've got until the life cycle of the game is up, which is a long way away, and I know that that's just ridiculous for me to sit here and say that we're going to play this one series until October time. But if that's how long it takes, that's how long it takes. But anyway, my friends, I'm done and dusted. Saluting you all. Subscribe if you're new. Like if you've enjoyed. I usually do a lot more spiel than that, but I've got a transfer window to do. Until next time, see you all later.